Hey YouTube, this is NeoNexudus here with a progress report, if you like. Now, some of you might noticed why that there isn't a part 2 or a game 2 to Beasts vs Dragons, and that is because I've got a little camera, a digital camera, and it's not really meant for video filming long periods. It's got about 30 minutes worth at best. So unfortunately game 2 couldn't be filmed, which was a shame really, because what actually happened was I managed to sacrifice Desquala, another Desquala I believe, and my Ancient Fairy Dragon for Beast King Barbaros, and use his effects to nuke the opponent's field, which eventually ends up winning me that game. So I annihilated his field, hit him for 3 grand, and then I kept on swarming the field with other beast monsters and hitting his life points. So that was game 2. Then it went on to game 3, which I was stuck on the defensive the whole time. He kept on getting out red eyes and blue eyes, and I couldn't defend against it very well. So I lost game 3. Then came a 3-way duel between me, Driseratops 1987, with his and BlueThunderJones. So about stuttering. It was a 3-way between 3 different machine type decks. Me, I was using my machine gadgets. Driseratops 1987 was using a modified version of Cybers. And BlueThunderJones was using a pure machine deck really. Things in there like Machine Lord UR and I don't know, Perfect Machine King, Drallago, Reflect Bounder, and Mechanical Chaser and other cards like that. It was a really interesting duel. Because most of the time he kept him hiding behind his defence, this BlueThunderJones, using Giga Moving Fortress, having 2200 defence, I think. So, yeah. And then Driseratops 1987, once he figured out he could contact fuse with his Cyber Dragon into Chimeric Fortress Dragon, he did so at every given opportunity. Which kind of left my field bare and gave him a massive monster. But luckily for me, I kept on using cards like Sack, Wanku, and general cards to defend my life points. And it was a really close couple of matches. With the outcome being Driseratops 1987 winning the first round, with his Chimeric Fortress Dragon, which was something like 4 or 5 grand, because he literally just nicked all the monsters off the field. Then game 2 went to BlueThunderJones, and it was close because it was between me and BlueThunderJones. Driseratops 1987 had been knocked out, and it came pretty close, but in the end he sort of wiped me out with a bunch of machine types with equip cards. So yeah, I got royally owned there. Yeah, I believe he kept on wiping out my monsters with things like Twin Barrel Dragon and Gatling Dragon, those sort of monsters. Yeah, you know, toss a coin, select a card, and double heads, boom. So yeah. But it was close. I did put up a good defence and offence, kept on hitting him hard, contact fused with his monsters a few times, and then in game 3, Driseratops 1987 won again. He contact fused and then attacked me with something like a 5 grand Chimeric Over Dragon. I blocked it. He used Defusion a turn later and contact fused again, and it was even more powerful, and barely just being able to keep myself afloat the time before, I pretty much had nothing, unfortunately. I mean, machine guns are good, they're fun to play with, but they're not exactly the best competitive deck I've got. So yeah, I lost that. I got myself in trades for my secret rare hardened armed dragon. I got myself Yubel and the super rare form of Cyber End Dragon, because I plan on rebuilding my cybers set more machine based with a few Roid stuckings. I do quite like the Roid monsters, especially Submarine Roid and Drill Roid, because they're just epic. So yeah, and also for those of you who didn't see Keller Shade's podcast conference, I'm building a Yubel deck, and I got, well, basically taking apart my Blackwing deck and trading / selling parts on. So far, Max Warrior is after Max Warrior 87 or whatever his name is, Richie, the Dark Magician's friend. He's after most of my Blackwing cards at the moment. He's called. He wants my Blackwing Armor Master, Armored Wing, the Blizzards, the Borers, and things like that. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to come up with any of the cards that I need at the moment. So, any offers on any of my Blackwing stuff? Obviously, I'm taking out the reusable cards like Call the Haunted, Heavy Storm, and the Phantom Darkness cards, because they're hard to come by. But any Blackwing stuff in the deck is up for trade or sale, so PM me with offers. Yeah, I think that covers it all. So until next time, it's NeoNexudus signing out. Bye.